Thompson will do a good job to round off the boards, get it over to DeBrone, and DeBrone will find John St. John. He'll settle things down. First offensive possession as St. John didn't see the defender coming out of the back there, but manages to get it over. Big save there. St. John, no recover, will give the Outlaws a fresh clock. Takes a hit from behind from Iozzo, but manages to get it out to McWaters. He'll swing it around to the left side. Gage board, looking for an opening, gets a good screen, overhand. Good save by Orleman. Again, the rebound is corralled by the Outlaws. They'll get another fresh clock here to work with. McNulty out there with St. John on that left side. St. John shot stopped. Rebound again. Good job by the Outlaws as they continue to work on the offensive end. Board. Good pass to a cutting McNulty. Tried to bounce top corner. Wasn't there. McWaters picks it up. No reset. 15 on the game clock. McWaters looking for a screen. Tried to flip instead. Tried to go over top. Ran out of real estate. Possession the other way. And here come the Riverwolves. Dan Keene. Tried to use a defender as a bit of a shield there. Rebound corralled. Matt Lee will get it back to Keene. Keene will curl around, has an opening, tees it up. Good save made right there by Scott Coomer. And on the run, it's Henry Archie as he will pull it out and wait for some assistance, wait for the offensive troops. Luke Laskowitz out there on the right side, his familiar spot, looking to set a screen. St. John will trot out there, and McNulty now will get it at the top. St. John, half boards, looking for an opening, one-on-one. Shot from way out by Simons. And possession now will go to the Riverwolves as they move it up over the timeline. Connor Watson does a good job to flip, and it's Brett Clofer now. The big man will try to get open, look for a cutter on the screen and roll. Kyle Dawson not able to connect with that pass. And Sear picks it up. He'll move it up to Nolan. Nolan will find Board, and Board will swing it over to McCrory. Outlaws again looking for another opening. Board sends it over. McWaters, they'll try again on the right side. Kick back to the left. Good spin move. Board is going to try to get a shot off. Instead, he's taken down hard. Good solid defense by Josh Medeiros, and he'll work it up. And in transition, Cole Spear will slide it over. Looking for an opening. Good toe save made there on Hunter Angus, and back come the Outlaws. They've got numbers. 3-on-1. Ribka over and wide of the mark. So Orleman just got a piece of that, and here come the Riverwolves countering the other way. Cole Spear will look for a screen instead, think better of it, gets it back out. Matt Lee now will settle things down. Good save there made by Coomer. Coomer, of course, like we said off the top, making his first start here this season. As that pass there is over and back to call. Ribka not able to tiptoe along that timeline and stay on one side. Turnover to the Riverwolves, and they'll have to move it up, and they turn it over. Sear will chase that down in a battle with Clofer. Those two bodies collide. Sear comes away with it. He's going to get a chance. Up, down. Big save made there by Orleman, and going through the crease, that will be, looks like they're going to call an illegal cross-check on the late hit, and we're going to have our first power play of this game, and it's going to go to the Oshawa Outlaws. First power play of this game for the Outlaws, and they come in very effective on the PP at an 85% efficiency rate. And if you look at Paris, not too bad, 63% on the penalty kill. St. John out there. Laskowitz at the top, sidearm, stopped by Orleman. He's going to look now for an outlet out that door. Good arm toss on the money, 2-on-1 here. Back, forth they go, up, down. Big save made by Coomer. So a 2-on-0 Dustin Pratt sent the pass, and now again, this time it's Jonah Beam that will get it over the timeline. He'll wait, and Flip Spear spins off a defender, and he'll draw the double team. He'll flip it back out. Connor Goodwin will hold on to it. 10 on the shot clock. Goodwin now makes a good swim move, switch hands, looking for a cutter, but not able to find him. That was Brandon Robinson. And now again, possession right here to the Riverwolves with 44 seconds to go in the penalty. Spear. 9:20 to go here, first quarter. Draws the double team, tries to split. Archie all over him, as is McCrory. They finally get it out of his stick. Gets knocked over. Matley picks it up, goes to the underhand, stopped by Coomer. They'll get a reset. DeBrone in there, and it's Archie that comes away with it, and he'll move it up to Laskowicz. Laskowicz will wait for the rest of the offense here with 15 on the left in the penalty. St. John now will work it in and work it down. He's got McNulty on that left side with him. Laskowicz is going to tee that up, go underhand. That's stopped by Orleman. Left there on the carpet in the crease. Riverwolves battle for it, still in that dotted half circle. Josh Gilray in there. And it comes away, and the Outlaws do a good job to win the battle in the corner, and they'll get a fresh clock. McWaters will slide down and fill that role on the crease. Coming around was Gilray taking that shot. Orleman handled that easily, and he'll now move it up to Dan Keene. Keene now, penalty over, team's back at full strength. Clofer setting the screen. Keene now will dump it over. Robinson gets it back to Keene. Keene swim move, switches hands, rolls out, dumps it down low and tried to tuck that in, did Robinson. Ran out of room, no. Coomer had that angle covered, and here come the Outlaws. Sear. Tough pass to handle a board. Not sure why he didn't go with the flip there, and it's Drake Smith. Smith will roll it for Lee, and they'll start things off at the top. Still waiting for that fifth player for the Riverwolves to come on out there, and here comes Kyle Dawson late to the party, but here nonetheless. Good first step right by, and that's going to cost the Outlaws a penalty. So an outstanding job by Connor Goodwin on the first step, and this time around the Riverwolves will go to their first power play of this game. First power play opportunity for the Riverwolves here, and it's Keene out there at the top, Spear and Lee on the right side. Robinson on the left goes to the underhand and just almost snuck by Coomer, but didn't go over the line, and here comes Mark DeBrone. Had it taken out of his stick and knocked into the Oshawa bench. So that possession will stay right here with the Riverwolves. With a minute 39 in the power play. Same unit out there with Keene at the top. Swinging around, Cole Spear tried to get one to go through a crowd. Connor Goodwin out there on that left crease. Keene comes with a sidearm, well out, stopped by Coomer. Keene runs into DeBrone, scooped up by Lee. Either way, Dan Keene's headed to the penalty box, so that will nullify the power play attempt. And teams now will go to work at 4-on-4. Laskowicz, Jonah Beam all over him. Doesn't want him to get that shot off. Shot clock working down. Beam does some good job on defense, taking on an all-star as Josh Medeiros now comes out of the pack. Medeiros in transition. Medeiros goes to the bounce, stopped by Coomer. Coomer does a good job to smother that. I think maybe had Goodwin popped out and given a bit of a passing angle. Might have been a much better scoring attempt, but Gage Board here will work it back up. 30 seconds left in the first penalty. And after that, it'll be a power play for the Outlaws. St. John curls out, gets it back to the top in Gilray. Finds St. John, goes to the sidearm. Stopped by Orleman. And he will send the outlet. And the Riverwolves are going to have to hustle to get it over the timeline. And it's Big Clover that does just that. 5:20 to go here, opening quarter. Still looking for our first goal. Lee. The Oshawa penalty over. Now the Riverwolves are short. And back to the power play go the Outlaws. Riverwolves, though, retain possession with 5 on the shot clock. Robinson ran into some trouble. Good defense there. And I'm assuming we should have our officials timeout, and we do. Outlaws now with 20 seconds left in the man advantage. In the middle, beauty pass, and an even better finish. So Simon's on the receiving end of a pass from St. John, and it's 1-0 Outlaws. Off the draw, it's Gabe Iozzo that will pick up the loose ball and get it to Watson, who will give the Riverwolves the offensive possession here with 4.5 to go here in the opening quarter. Big shot from Clover on the mark. Pad save made by Coomer. Rebound picked up. Medeiros tried to shovel it backhand, but now it's DeBrone. DeBrone's going to come out. He's met by a defender. Dumps it off, and big save there has creased the call. So a good pass, though, but touching that white crease line and not able to convert will allow Drake Smith now to set up in the offensive end. Smith to a cutter, and Goodwin. Goodwin not able to get that secured in his pocket. Good forechecking there by Smith, and he hits a cutter on the run. Not able to get a shot off. There was Robinson, and they'll set things up with Dan Keene. Keene looking for a cutter, looking for a roll, gets a step, tries the inside outer, not able to convert. Coomer wasn't able to smother that. Possession will stay right here with the Riverwolves. Curling around, big hard shot was Goodwin. Battling for it in there is Kyle Dawson. He comes away with it. Dawson will get it back out to Lee. Lee now gets a screen, tees it up. Coomer didn't even move right where he should be. Loose is hockey. Coomer makes the save. Not able, though, to come away with it, and a bit too much manhandling of Matt Lee in that dotted half circle will give possession right back to the Riverwolves with 3:10 to go here in the first. Keene now will look to a cutting Cole Spear, not able to corral that pass. Outlaws managed to come away with it, but pinned in the corner and not able to go anywhere was Mike Ripka, and instead Nolan's going to have to hustle and just gets it over the timeline. St. John now. And a delayed penalty coming to the Riverwolves as St. John now will hold it, net empty at the other end. And that pass just got up. Laskowicz is going to have to hustle. Hockey's it back. Manages to get it, but they run out of time. They will, though, go to their third power play of this game. So an unsportsmanlike call will put Matt Lee in the box for 2 and give the Outlaws their third power play. They're 1 for 2. As Laskowicz out there with St. John, of course, Laskowicz, one of the leading scorers in this team and on this league. He comes in, though, only played 3 games. He's got 18 points. St. John out there, the leader with 28 points, including 8 goals and 20 assists. So if you want a facilitator, St. John is certainly the guy that plays both ends. Jonah Beam will track that down, and it'll be Dan Keene as they'll work some clock. Minute 20 to go in the man short. Minute 45 left in the first. Spear out there with Keene. Goodwin, and Robinson. 3 on the shot clock. They got the pass there. Wasn't caught cleanly. Didn't matter. Possession goes to the Outlaws now, and they'll move it up with St. John. Under a minute to go in the penalty. 1:25 left in the quarter. St. John, Laskowicz, McNulty will be down on the left crease. And they'll work things around. Simons out there again. He's slid over to the right shooter spot. Give and go inside. St. John from point blank. Stopped by Orleman. Rebound to the Outlaws with 30 seconds to go. St. John getting worked over. Laskowicz has room. Lets it go, but it's blocked. No reset. Stepping into one was Simons. That ball gets loose, picked up, and going to be a delayed call. So Simons now, not sure if they'll be coincidental. So it looks like it is a 5-on-4 situation for the remaining 17 seconds. 40 seconds left in the quarter. St. John will inch his way in. Laskowicz gets it off clean. Saved, though, by Orleman. Goes off the post and will go into the defensive zone for Oshawa. They'll move it up. 30 seconds to go. 1 penalty out. Matt Lee's going to stay in the offensive end. And they got to keep an eye on him. Gilray. St. John hustles back. McNulty's underhand. Stopped by Orleman. Now the Riverwolves will move it up, and it's Lee. Lee will look and get it over. Little late. Get it to Lee. Big save, though, off the post. So shoulder post. Cole Spear tried to duck one in. But the clock's going to wind down on the first 15 minutes in the books. 1-0, Outlaws. Got him. Our 3-man officiating crew for this afternoon. Kyle Kennery is the crew chief. He's joined by Kyle Coulter and Mark Sands of Time. Ready to rock and roll here for quarter number 2. Off the jaw, Jonah Beam does a good job. Riverwolves get possession. And it'll be Connor Watson that gets out of the pack. He will head over to that bench, look for some assistance. Retreat, and it's Matt Lee. Lee will send it back out. Keane swinging around. Goodwin. Gets a step. Cole Spear changes the angle of his shot and finds the mark. So that slides through the 5-hole. Cole Spear with his first of the game. We're all tied 1-1. Kyle Dawson will pick up a helper on the Spears goal, and that loose again, dominating inside that draw circle has been the Riverwolves, and it's Keane. Keane gets a step, dumps it down behind the net. Probably should have took a shot, had a good angle. Instead, possession to the Outlaws, and they'll move it up, and it's Clofer. Dumps it off, and McWaters tried to use his frame to get a better angle, but Orleman had that covered, and now it's Drake Smith. Smith will dump it off. Keane sidearm stop by Coomer. Rebound is tracked down by Spear, and he'll set things up here and slide it over. They'll start it on the right side half board. Drake Smith had Kyle Dawson going hard to the net. He wasn't able to catch it cleanly. That pass goes awry. Picked up, though, by Robinson. Robinson working behind the net. Gets it out. Dawson, wrong stick side, and he sneaks it in. So Coomer couldn't find it on that pass. And in the meantime, between time, Dawson sneaks in his first of the game. It's 2-1 Paris. Much needed goal there as the Riverwolves looking to get their offense going. Medeiros takes a hard hit, loses the ball, and the turnover will get the Outlaws at the offensive end with Clofer. Laskowicz will start things right side half boards, gets a step, thinks better of it, peels out, gets it to Gilray. Gilray underhand, stopped there by Orleman. Orleman now with a good outlet pass, just out of the reach of Connor Watson. Good hustle to track it down. Watson out there, finds a trailer in. Goodwin, 1-2 fake, goes to the corner. Great feed as Connor Goodwin, the recipient. And it's a 3-1 lead for the Riverwolves. 3 unanswered goals from Paris has given them a 2-goal advantage, as they seem to have taken the momentum right away from the Outlaws here, as Oshawa now will go to work on offense. Looking for St. John on a dump pass. Probably should have maybe worked that around just a bit. St. John doing the yeoman work behind the net. Does a good job. Great fake. Comes around. Beauty flip. Underhand from Board. Stopped though by Orleman. And Orleman with a BB, and that's going to go right to Coomer at the other end, who will move it up and get it to Laskowitz. Laskowitz now will get it over the timeline. They'll set things up as we mosey on into the 12-minute mark here. Second quarter. Laskowitz gets a screen. Doesn't have an angle. St. John's wide open. Point blank takes a late hit. Good save by Orleman, and Drake Smith not able to take the outlet pass cleanly. Archie in there battling for it. Smith comes away with it. Finds Matt Lee. Matt Lee will look to Iotzo. Iotzo will retreat to the bench. Lee will wait for the rest of the offense. In trouble on the half boards. Gets a screen. Dumps it back out. Clofer now will swing it around. Wide open on the underhand, and the finish from Robinson squeaks through, and Paris now will take a 4-1 lead. One more time. This time Outlaws win it. Tried to get a quick transition pass, was Gage Board. Tracks down the loose ball. Wrong stick side. He's going to come around, though. He's got Dustin Pratt working him over, and St. John now will settle things down out there with McWaters. Gilray gets it over. Good flip from Board. St. John's teed that up, had it blocked. Ball loose now, and it's picked up, and here come the Riverwolves. Pratt with Gilray on him. He'll dump it off, and Medeiros now. Keane one-on-one. Working on DeBrone. Leans in. Good defense there by DeBrone, and a swing off to the left side. Goodwin. That pass goes errant. Back in the corner. Dawson battling for it. He's got it in his pocket momentarily, though. And there was a reset on the play. Probably shouldn't have been. Either way, Spear now will get it over. Keane on the run, and boy, Robinson, he's feeling it with his second straight goal, and it's 5-1. Beam battling in there with Ryan Nolan. And Jonah Beam has been dominant. Iotso does a good job. He'll remain out there in offense with Lee. Then he'll retreat. One more time. They go back. Down low, swinging around left side. Good passing, Riverwolves. Everyone getting a touch. Clofer now working that side. Tees it up. They're just going to try to pepper some shots there as things getting a little testy. So an illegal cross-checking penalty goes to Rob Clofer. He'll spend 2 minutes in the box. Second power play opportunity of the game for the Riverwolves. And they got Keane out there at the top. Spear and Lee on that right side. Left side going to work here as snapping it around with Goodwin and Robinson. Minute 40, under 10 on the shot clock. Going to have to work it in. Keane steps in. His bullet wide of the mark. Picked up by the Outlaws. They're going to try to move it up. Bounce pass goes just too far. And had it momentarily, did Kobe Robinson. He lost it. And now it'll come back the other way in the Outlaws. Nolan will dump it down St. John. St. John will look to work some clock here as we're at the 9-minute mark, quarter number 2. 6 on the shot clock. DeBrone. He'll just look down low, and what a goal! Man, oh man. You talk about a feet and a half. DeBrone surprising everyone. And getting that pass on the money to Alex Simons. So there was a delayed penalty going to be called, but the goal nullifies it on a sweet backhand bullet from Simons. And now possession to the Riverwolves. Beam. He'll pull it out, wait for some help. He gets it, and it'll be Goodwin. Goodwin looking for an opening, has Sear on him. He'll kick it back to the top, and they'll swing it around. Clofer's got an opening, dumps it down low. Keene wide open at the top there, and overhand stop, rebound picked up. So Brandon Robinson has been all over. Good pass down low, kick back out. Robinson again looking for the mark. That goes off some iron. There'll be a reset with 5 seconds to go in the penalty. Oshawa penalty over. Team's back to full strength. Dan Keene from the shooter's spot. Danny Keene on time. 6-2 Paris. Keene came in the leading point getter for the Riverwolves, as that's his 7th goal of the season, 20th point. Not too bad when you're averaging almost 4 points a game. Riverwolves now with 7:45 to go here in the first half. Keene, speaking of which, comes in with a step, jumps it over to Medeiros. Medeiros will swing it back to Spear. Spear now, 10 on the shot clock, swing it around. Goodwin looking for an opening. Gets it out to Lee. Lee way out. Board with a wraparound. Lee comes up through the middle and 5-hole for the finish. And the Riverwolves rolling on 7-2. Lee's first of the game and 5th of the season. This time off the draw. Outlaws will get it. Archie now will look to that back door and finds McNulty. McNulty. Archie gets a step. Archie in alone. Big save by Orleman. He'll corral that rebound now and move it up to Beam. Jonah Beam. Looking for Clofer. Instead gets it to Medeiros. And they find Keene on the run. Good save there. Clofer will pick up that loose ball and retreat. And they'll set things up here. Watson will dump it off to Dawson. Dawson now will work it to the left side. Skip pass. Clofer will put that shoulder in, lean in. Lee now will look over. Finds Goodwin. That little flip, Dawson, and inside, but not this time for Robinson. And a delayed penalty coming here to Paris as they double team Ribka, and an interference call will send the Outlaws to the power play. So Clofer will spend 2 minutes in the box for holding. Oshawa now will go to work with their 4th power play this game. They're 1 for 3. Laskowitz at the top, St. John and McNulty on that left side, although McNulty parked in Gretzky's office. Laskowitz back to McNulty. Back at Gilray. Beauty finish, tic-tac finish. Well done by the Outlaws as they pull a goal closer, trailing now 7-3. So Gilray chipping in a much-needed goal to get the Outlaws off the schneid, so to speak. Riverwolves go back to work on offense. McCrory in there, battles in the corner, gets it, got to get it and get out. He gets triple-teamed and forced the turnover. Quick stick. Iozzo had a chance, gathered the rebound now, and he will wait for some offensive reinforcements. Spear on the half boards, right side. Be very deliberate here as the Riverwolves in control, up by 4 with 5:25 to go in this opening half. Goodwin Little too much stick work there on the fakes, had it pop out of his pocket. And Coomer now will move it up to Thompson. Thompson will get over the timeline, look to push, puts on the brakes, and he'll wait for the flip, gets it to McNulty. St. John will swing it back around. McWaters tried to tee it up, had that blocked. Shot clock's going to expire. Possession's going to go to the Riverwolves. That will take us to our officials' timeout. Back to action here as it's going to be Cole Spear that will tiptoe over the timeline and get it to Dan Keene. Set things up here. Riverwolves in control, up by 4. Robinson looking to curl around, finds Keene. Keene on the run, tees that up. Looked like a good shoulder save, but no reset on the clock as Coomer didn't touch it. Spear one-on-one, goes to the underhand bounce, wide of the mark. Ball loose, possession now is going to go to the Outlaws the other way. Archie, 4:15 to go here in the half. Archie will dump it down. McNulty, wrong stick side, will get it back out to St. John. St. John now will slide on over to his left side, get it to Gilray, and board out there in the mix. McNulty, sidearm. Orleman made easy work of that. He'll look now to send the outlet away, and he does, right up that middle. Good job, and right into the pocket of Pratt and into the back of the net. So a beauty finish results in the 8th goal for the Riverwolves. And Connor Watson on the receiving end of that transition pass play. His first of this game, and Iozzo will work that half boards and peel out of trouble. Takes a late hit, delivers a late slash. No call. They'll cancel each other out. Josh Medeiros. Kick it way back out to Clofer on the run. He tees it up, stopped by Coomer. Rebound, diving, Coomer, big save. Still bouncing around in that crease, but Keene was laying in that dark green area. And a good long pass down to St. John. St. John's corrals it. St. John's, big save by Orleman. Rebound touched in the crease. So St. John having a tough first half there, not able to pocket one, and his team certainly needs his offense. Goodwin, what a rock move, almost, and that's going to be a late hit. So a great move by Connor Goodwin will draw another penalty, and the Riverwolves will go back to work on the power play. Mark DeBrone, the guilty party, and 0 for 2. The man advantage are these Riverwolves, but leading by 5 here as that pass there from Goodwin, no look, will go over the timeline for a violation. Board will pick it up. He's got McCrory jumping in the mix. McCrory goes to the bounce. Big save by Orleman. Orleman now will look to counter the other way with 2:35 to go here in the half. Beam will flip. He'll retreat. Lee will come sliding out of that back door, as will Goodwin. Lee has some room, goes to the overhand. Coomer makes a save. Picked up by Keene. Fresh clock. Minute 20 to go in the man advantage. Swinging around left side. Dawson, get it back. And a bullet top corner, courtesy Robinson. His third of this game. And it's 9-3. Outlaws head coach Steve McCarthy looking for some answers. Wondering where this offense is going to come to. He's got his big guns out there. They just haven't been clicking here early on. The Riverwolves defense has been outstanding as laid off the bench is Spear. Diving in. Crease dive goal. Cole Spear just extended the lead. Just to give you a heads up, yesterday's action, it was the Peterborough Timbermen defeating the Six Nations Snipers 14-11 in that one. And in the nightcap, it was the Whitby Steelhawks 8-7 winners over the Toronto Monarchs. So the Steelhawks improved to 5-0. The Timbermen improved to 3-2. Right here, Riverwolves, of course, come in at 4-1. Dawson tried to slip the backhand in that far corner. Instead had it momentarily, did Goodwin. He'll manage to track it down. Wide open on that crease. Diving! Far corner, Kyle Dawson. 11-3. Certainly not the ideal first half for the Outlaws, as early movement by Beam will get it to the Outlaws. They'll move quick. Laskowitz trying to get him on track here. He's the type of player, if he gets one, he'll probably get 2, 3, and possibly 4. Hesitation, defense, swarming. Laskowitz can't get an opening, can't get free. Medeiros is working him. Takes a shot from way out, gets a reset, continues to get worked over. Just overly aggressive there. Will give the ball to the Outlaws. Laskowitz delivers a screen back and forth. McWaters goes down low, takes a hit. Saved by Orleman. Still some extracurriculars going on at the other end, as Hunter Angus took exception to some late stick work. And 53 seconds to go here, as the teams are 5 aside with the coincidental minors. Each will get 2 for roughing, and that'll get swung across to Keene. Riverwolves have looked awfully good since waking up in the second quarter. 11 second quarter goals as they trailed 1-0 after 1. Board now in transition. Jamie McMahon, the only defender. 3-on-1. St. John. Bury it. Couldn't. Went to the backhand. Archie bails him out. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 20 on the game clock. Simons working on the half boards. 15 to go on the game clock. Gilray will size it up. Late one. Quick stick from McNulty wide of the mark. That's going to bounce around. 2 on the shot clock. Going to have to hurry. And no goal, but a late shot almost beat the buzzer. And the Riverwolves will let this one wind down. 30 minutes have gone by. 11-3 Paris. All set to go here for the start of the third quarter. The Riverwolves with a big second quarter. They reeled off 11 goals and surrendered only 2. So we'll see here if the Outlaws can show a little life, get on track offensively, get a little something from their gunners in St. John and Laskowitz, and see if they can't claw their way back into this game. Sear working, but running out of time and equipment as Medeiros, the defense fierce, gets it over. And thinking better of it peeling away was Connor Watson. Gets it out, and they'll set things up here. Will the Riverwolves. Cole Spear. Spear with 2 goals in the first half. Him and Lee worked the 2-man game. Good defense there by Nolan on the run. They take Spears down. Lee not able to corral the rebound. It's picked up, and McCrory now will come away, get it over the timeline. St. John late to the rush, fakes that. McCreary tried to flip back. Good idea, just not good execution as Drake Smith read it, and he'll bring it back up over the timeline. Riverwolves again going to work on offense. Smith will elude one, get it back out to Keene. Keene will find Smith again. Looking at the late trailer, they do, as Dawson came. Was expecting Robinson to slide into that area there where the pass went. He didn't, and it's pinned up on the boards over there on that left side, and possession will go to Oshawa, and they'll move it up. Gage board. Got to figure the next goal has to come from the Outlaws, as this Paris defense has been airtight. St. John, the fake, gets checked as he lets go of that. It goes up over into the gondola. Possession will go to Paris. Iotso. Keene. Keene looking for some help. Numbers not there. He'll pull it back out to the half boards. Goodwin gets a step. Good hesitation. Splits 2, goes through, up, down. Fake, ran out of room. Tried to kick that back out to Spear. Instead, it goes to the Outlaws, and they'll race it back. Stevenson taking it hard. He's going to take the shot. Stopped by Orleman. Rebound. Nolan finds a trailer. Simon's not able to get that cleanly. Good transition opportunity for the Outlaws, as Simons now will bail out of trouble. 15 on the shot clock. Gets it to St. John. He'll swing it to McWaters all the way over to the right side. Big overhand. That's wide. St. John corrals the rebound on the run. Almost snuck that 5-hole. Good save by Orleman. Fresh clock again for the Outlaws. Cole Spear was playing the cherry pick and roll and decided now St. John has a defender on him, one-on-one. Spins back around. St. John to flip. McNulty the catch. Sidearm stopped as it got knocked down. No reset on the play. And it's Gilray with 10 on the shot clock. Gilray bounce. That's blocked. Jamie McMahon credited for 2 saves on that shift. And here comes Paris now the other way. 2-on-1. Dawson looked to slide that, but Coomer said, had that door closed. The outlet now to McCrory. End to end we go. McCrory does a good hesitation move, kicks it out to Board. Board looking for some help on that right side. Doesn't get it, finally gets it to McWaters. McWaters now will settle it down. 10 on the shot clock. Give and go. McWaters wide of the mark. Picked up by Iotso. Tries to swim his way to trouble, and he does. 1-2 defenders, he eludes, gets it over the timeline, runs into a hard hit from McCrory, stays on his feet. Again has it taken away, but again trying to track it down. Outlaws, though, will come away with it, and it's Board. Board with a defender on him, and Goodwin working him over well as he'll get it down to Clofer. A Clofer on each team. They are cousins. And St. John now. Tried to flip it back to McNulty, and it's Jonah Beam with the interception, and he'll trot it up into the offensive end. He'll roll it to Keene. Keene now, and the rest of the Paris offense will be a little more deliberate here as there's 15 on the shot clock. Dawson, Keene, roll, couldn't find Leak. They couldn't connect. Rebound picked up. And curling around on the run, dumping it down. Quick shot from Dawson. Stopped, though, by Coomer. Rebound now. Stevenson had it momentarily. And he will have time now to scoop it up and get it over the timeline. Outlaws now with another offensive chance as we roll into the 10-minute mark here in the third. St. John gets a step. Sidearm well wide of the mark. Picked up, though, by McNulty. And McNulty will settle it down. Board will swing it around. Haven't seen Luke Laskowitz in a couple of shifts here. Not quite sure if there is an issue or not. But one of the leading point getters on this team, when you need points, you need them out there. Clofer now will get it, and he'll hold steady until the rest of the troops find the carpet, and they'll set things up with Matt Lee. Lee will bring it over to the right side himself, get a couple of screens, and get chased back out. Dump it over, looking for Goodwin. Keene late to the party. That quick stick creased the call there. Possession will go up the other way to the Outlaws, and it's McCrory again. McCrory will pull up short here and get it to St. John. John St. John, one-on-one. Takes a whack or two, and he'll get the bounce pass to McNulty and take it right back again. Looking for a screen. Going to do the slip, go to the backhand. McNulty not able to corral it. Instead, it'll be Jamie McMahon that'll bring it the other way. So McMahon will get it over the timeline. Another good defensive hold for the Riverwolves. And we're still sitting at an 11-3 score here. Just under 8.5 to go. Goodwin. Overhand wide of the mark. That will go over and be a violation. So it looks like that ball was tipped, and they're going to get some clarification on that. I know that the crew chief, Kennery, had it as a clean miss. And I believe the other two officials, and Kyle Coulter and Mark Sands, had a different case. Either way, that will take us to what I believe will be our officials' timeout. So when it's all said and done, the Riverwolves will retain possession here with 8:22 to go in the third. Spear has a defender all over him, trying to get that shot off, goes to the backhand, and Dawson trying something we haven't seen, taking that out of the air into a crease dive from behind the net. So very creative, came up empty. Thompson now will get it up and look for some assistance, find St. John. He'll stay out there on offense. McNulty out there also on that left side. McNulty will kick it over, and it's Gilray. Gilray looking for a screen from McWaters. Looking for the roll. McWaters on the doorstep. St. John try. Stopped though by Orleman. St. John double teamed. Trying to come away with it, but the Riverwolves winning those battles. And they'll move it up ahead. Hunter Angus. Swing back over. Clofer now will try to duck into something. Waits and gets it. Good one-handed grab. Swing over. Backhand pass. Finds the mark. What a move there from Goodwin as he managed to get that ball through the 5-hole, but it bounced up and through the crease and out. And a fresh clock here for Paris as Dawson will flip to Keene. Dan Keene will wait for some help. Gets a step. Leans in. Flips it back. Clofer bounce shot stopped by Coomer. Ball goes airborne, picked up, and Archie now will come away with it. 6:50 to go here in the third. Board. Board looking for an opening, gets it to St. John. John St. John curling around. Has Iotso on him, kicks it back out. Gilray will swing it around, and we are looking for Laskowicz, and he's out there this shift. So he appears to be okay that way. And now St. John's going to play as Iotso will slip through that check, take it down, dumps it to Spear. Spear looks, instead of going across, goes to the far corner. Save made, but Spear does a good job to track down that loose ball. And Keene, though, took his eye off it, and possession will go to Oshawa with just over 6 minutes to go. McWaters. St. John, and has it stripped by Beam. Beam now and Smith, 2-on-1. Beam takes it and has it blocked. Gilray doing a good job. Coomer trying to pick that up. Gets some help there, and running for some strange reason towards the crease was Mike Ribka. Got caught, and possession now on the turnover to Paris. Smith, two-man game. Pass doesn't connect. Oshawa dodges a bullet there, and Ribka now comes away and brings it up in the offensive end. Archie with a chance, stopped by Orleman. Ball is flipped up off the glass high. Jamie McMahon, though, will run under it, and he'll slow things down. Dawson. Give and go, had Dawson. That pass led him just a bit too far. Makes a good recovery. Good hesitation. Kicks it back out. Goodwin now with another good fake. Again, ducks over a defender. Flips it. Dawson puts on the brakes. Good save made there by Coomer. Rebound, no, again to the Riverwolves and a fresh clock. Keene had a notion to tee that up. Instead, he'll flip it back up high to Robinson, and he'll swing it around to Dawson. Dawson goes to the bounce shot. Kyle Dawson with his third of this game. First goal of the third quarter, and it's 12-3 Paris. Big start on the momentum. As far as the momentum's concerned, you had to figure Oshawa, with no goals this quarter, it would have been beneficial for them to score first. Stevenson got ahead of steam going and attracted all of the Paris defenders before losing it. And now Watson will flip to Cole Spear. They'll swing it around, set things up. Time on the side, of course, of the Riverwolves, as they've got a commanding 12-3 lead. Keene. Slides one, had Cole wide open in the slot, couldn't connect with him, looking down low. Again, that pass knocked down. Archie had it momentarily, still looking for it, picks it up. He'll move it up to Clofer. Clofer now will wait, and he'll find McNulty. McNulty tried to slip that pass across. It was knocked down by Smith, and the Riverwolves now in transition with numbers. Smith dumps it over. Wide open chance there for Jordan Medeiros. He was well wide, and the Outlaws counter. 3-on-2. McCrory goes to the bounce shot, 5-hole. So Ryan McCrory gets his team on the board here in the third, and it's a 12-4 game. Off the draw, Jonah Beam. He has been a demon in that circle today. Runs into a double team, but it's Beam that comes away with it. Gets it over. They swing it. Quick shot sneaks in. That's the way you attack pressure. And I believe it's Josh Medeiros that gets the job done. They get that goal back now, 13-4. Didn't take long for Paris to counter. One more time, Medeiros does a good job to shield. Picks it up, gets it over, and bang, bang. Blink of an eye. Connor Watson on the receiving end for the second time in this game. And the Riverwolves continue to roll on. Scotty Coomer getting lots of work in his first start of this season. Run into this Paris team that seems to be rolling on all cylinders, trying to up their record here as they have only lost one game this season. They come in, of course, 4-1. The Outlaws came in with a 2-2 record. Working that left side, swinging around to the right. Clofer's quick shot is stopped by Coomer in the pads. That will take us to an official's timeout. Play resumes now as the Outlaws will get it over the timeline and get it to Gage Board. And they'll try to swing things around with McWaters. Some troubling news, as just got the report that former NBA great Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash today. And of course, our condolences there. On a personal note, I have met with Kobe on a number of occasions, and awfully sad to see that happen. Dan Keno in the meantime, between time, switching hands, working that half boards on the right side. Give and go as Dawson made that look easy, tucking it over the shoulder of Coomer. And once again, the Riverwolves add to their tally with 1:32 to go in the third. Off the draw, Beam again. He tried to dump it out quick to Medeiros. Medeiros fished it out. And boy, a member of the All-State Good Hands team, Josh Medeiros, second of the game. See if the Outlaws can find a way to, it's not so much put the ball in the net, but maybe stop the Riverwolves from doing just that and slow their roll just a bit. So the offense for the Outlaws back out there with Gilroy, St. John, McNulty, and Laskowicz. Laskowicz half boards, gets a screen, sends it over to St. John. Under a minute to go here in the third. St. John, Laskowicz tees it up, has that one blocked. Hasn't been able to get anything clean through. And that will give the Riverwolves possession on the time clock. St. John playing some defense there, doing a good job to force Hunter Angus to peel off and hold up. 35 seconds on the game clock. Clofer gets a step. Big man leans in, takes it strong, and creased the call. And now Oshawa will bring it back up with 25 seconds to go. Sarah will hold on to it. There's a 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Gilray will hold it out tight. Swinging around. They'll try to work on the right side. Nothing there. Go back to the left, St. John. His shot well wide of the mark. That's going to go all the way down. Violation. Possession's going to go to the Riverwolves. 2.1 seconds to go here in the third. Quick shot, and Coomer makes that save at the buzzer. 16-4, Riverwolves lead. We're heading to the final 15. Locked and loaded for the fourth quarter. Goaltending change for the Oshawa Outlaws. It'll be Patrick Crosby that'll come in to take over the net minding duties for Scott Coomer. And Oshawa now with the first possession here of quarter number 4. Gilray will send it down half boards to Laskowicz. Laskowicz got to get something for his team, but again, keeping a stick in the shooting lanes at all time are Paris, and off to the races, Hunter Angus. He goes to the bounce shot, so first shot on Crosby finds the mark, and the lead now is 17-4. Might have to give the Riverwolves some credit here as they have kept one of the league's best scorers at bay here, and Luke Laskowicz off the goal-scoring goal sheet here for 3 quarters. Simons trying to roll into one, gets a screen. That shot ill-advised, wide. St. John will track it down. Good flip backhand to McNulty, give and go. Gauge board, wide of the mark, or good save, I should say, not wide of the mark. Reset on the clock. Quick shot almost snuck through as Orleman got enough of it to redirect it away from the net. And Cole Spear out the back door. Cole Spear made that one look easy. Off the draw, Jamie McMahon with the flip back. St. John did a good box out. Managed to come away with it. And he'll lean in. Good flip, and Laskowicz on the board. So St. John with the delivery. Laskowicz with the finish. His first of the game. Last night, the Whitby Steelhawks had a commanding lead going into the fourth quarter, 7-2. Monarchs battled back to make it respectable. We'll see here if the Outlaws can muster up and put together a bit of a run here to at least make this thing interesting. Jamie McMahon will put on the brakes, get it over to Spear. This Paris offense has been outstanding here as Dawson will swing it over to Keene. Keene now will look at the interchange, try to feed it to Goodwin. Instead, it was a long pass to McCrory. He'll get it out to St. John in tight. St. John on the board. Been a while since the Outlaws managed to put 2 goals back-to-back together here as they're rolling in now, and it's Archie taking it strong. Dunks out. Laskowicz up, down, tried to sneak it short side. It gets stopped. Iotso will come up with it and get it over the timeline for Paris. Medeiros, the bounce pass. Matt Lee will set things up. They'll get it to Clofer down, and he'll work up on the half board's right side. Medeiros on the left goes to the underhand. Good save made by Crosby. Rebound picked up by the Riverwolves. They'll swing it back out for a fresh 30. Clofer will back it up, and they'll go around the horn again. Wait for Dawson to join them as he's on that left side with Goodwin. Looking for Dawson, tried to sneak the backhand. That's wide. Lee will track it down, switch hands, up, down, and he ran out of real estate. Possession the other way to Oshawa. 11:55 to go here in the fourth. McWaters, one step outside of that back door. Laskowicz now see if he's feeling the groove, and he does. That was a tricky shot, but interference to call, an illegal screen. on a well-placed bounce shot, and it goes for naught as the Riverwolves will bring it back the other way in Drake Smith. Spear gets pushed out around the top, gets it over to Robinson, and will swing it back to Dawson. They'll work the two-man game. Keene. Gets it down. Robinson had a golden opportunity but had it pop out of his pocket. And here come the Outlaws now. Gilray. Delayed penalty coming here to the Riverwolves as the net empty for the extra attacker. Outlaws trying to gap it. Good hard shot from Board. Rebound almost had it. Did McNulty. Instead, there's going to be a too many men call. And the first power play of this quarter will go to the Outlaws. Back to work with just under a minute to go in the man advantage. Outlaws again. With that same unit out there, McNulty slides to Gretzky's office. Laskowitz tees it up wrong stick side on the mark. Stopped by Orleman. Picked up and moved up by the Riverwolves. They've got numbers. 3-on-1 in transition. Pratt out there. He'll take the pass back, get it over. 1-2. Good save by Crosby. In the crease will give Oshawa possession. So Crosby settling in after surrendering the first two shots, as he's made a couple of good solid saves now. Gilray will hold it, wait, be deliberate as they've got 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Laskowicz will be the last one out at the top. Him and St. John back the backhand pass. St. John from point blank, wide of the mark. Simons couldn't fish it. Laskowicz tipped it. 2 on the shot clock. Gonna have to let it go. Bullet underhand is wide of the mark. Will go down, and the Riverwolves will pick it up in the offensive end. Penalty over. Teams back to full strength. Jamie McMahon. Goodwin will wait for something. McCrory jumped the screen, and that allowed an easy pass to Robinson for the finish. His fourth of the game. May be the dagger that the Riverwolves were looking to wield. So when you thought the Outlaws were going to try and put something together, these Riverwolves, of course, very uncooperative, to say the least, as McNulty working on those half boards. Beam in there as usual. McNulty fishes it out, knocks it over to Nolan. Nolan had a notion, just couldn't connect. And back come the Riverwolves the other way, Kobe Robinson. He'll get it over. Drake Smith in stride. Will take it over to that right side. And he'll pop it back out to Lee. Lee will swing it around to that left side in Dawson. Dawson almost had his pass picked off. Managed to get it to Keene. Drake Smith, backhand to backhand. Matt Lee, top corner. There's a sweet finish on that passing play. Riverwolves again adding to their tally. So as we resume action, a penalty called on the play and the late hit to Matt Lee. Question is whether or not it should be a face-off as opposed to possession to Paris. Either way, they go to work one more time with a man advantage. Around the horn it goes. And that pass will take it over the timeline and give Oshawa possession with a minute and a half to go in the penalty. 7:15 to go in this game. St. John, he's going to trot his way out. Slides by one defender, gets a screen from Board, and gets it over to Laskowitz. Laskowitz runs into a bit of a roadblock. He'll kick it back out. St. John now as there's 10 on the shot clock. Gets that first step. Save made by Orleman. Tracks it down. Tries to go for the crease dive. Robbed, though, by Orleman. And Paris now will bring it up over the timeline. It's Medeiros. Under a minute to go in the man short. And in the Paris power play. They've got one power play marker to their credit here. They seem to have been getting the job done 5-on-5. Goodwin will inch his way in. That shot from Robinson was on the money for his 5th of the game. He has been an outlaw killer here today. Beam and Nolan have been getting pretty cozy in that circle. That battle's been going on the entire game, and Smith with a quick flip to Iozzo. A good job there to get it into the offensive end and over to Cole Spear. Under 6 minutes to go here in this game. 21-6. The Riverwolves have established themselves as contenders here in the Arena Lacrosse League one more time, as it looks like they're going to up their record now to 5-1. Dawson spins around, but a good check, a last-second check to save a potential scoring attempt, and the Outlaws will bring it over the timeline. Archie. Gilray. Laskowitz will come and tee it up, and that goes off Jamie McMahon's helmet. He should have really worn a goalie's mask here, as racing down there in a one-on-one situation, and a big save made by Crosby. So Hunter Angus with a chance, a bit half-heartedly, but took it in there, and Crosby came up with a good save. Simons gets it to McNulty, who shoots it down to St. John. Gilray. St. John dumps it over. Gilray, good stick check there. 5 on the shot clock. Gilray loses his helmet, and you got to figure somewhat of a high stick there, as the Outlaws will go to work on the power play with 4:42 to go. Dustin Pratt, the guilty party there, as the Outlaws now 2 for 5 with a man advantage here in this game. Go back to work with a man advantage. Laskowitz finally got one through. Stopped, though, by Orleman. Fresh clock for Oshawa. 4.5 to go. Simons came around, took the shot again. It was blocked. Give Paris defense credit. They have knocked down a lot of shots here in this game. As St. John now, backhand. McNulty, great hands, kicks it out. Better angle over the net, though, was Simons. No reset. 5 on the shot clock. Going to have to hurry. Laskowitz. Again, Simon. 5-hole. So they capitalize on the power play for the 3rd time here in this game. And they cut into that deficit now, trailing 21-7. Simons with his 3rd goal of this game. And off the draw again, Iozzo has done a good job. He's been all over this carpet here. Will keep it himself. He tries to go up top. Rebound almost corralled by Connor Watson. And instead it'll be Nolan and the Outlaws. That'll move it up quick. 3:45. Nolan tried to go inside out, had it pop out of his pocket. And that will take us to our final officials timeout of this game. Closing in on week 6 here in the Arena Lacrosse League as Dan Keene now will swim his way over the timeline, get it over to Clofer. They'll set things up. Teams at full strength, and beauty finish there as Dawson continues to light the lamp. Goal number 22 for the Riverwolves. Off the draw, Outlaws get possession. Gilray had St. John. Again, that was knocked out. Took a good hop. St. John got a shot off, but it was right in the old breadbasket there, and Orleman made the save, and here come the Riverwolves. Drake Smith. Expect Oshawa will leave St. John down at the offensive end, and he'll have a defender on him. 4-on-4 here as Cole Spear weaving, looking for an opening, and finds one. That's how you create your own shot. Cole Spear, his 4th of this game. Off the draw, Stevenson nifty. Get it down, and Laskowicz got to hurry, tried to sneak it 5-hole, stuck right on the foot protector of Orleman and Iotso. Logging more steps as he'll get it to Keene now as we're under 2.5 to go in this game. Dawson has been outstanding here. My apologies, Goodwin. Dawson's been outstanding as well. This Paris offense that's generated 23 goals has been pretty good. Possession to Oshawa on the time violation. We're into the 2-minute warning. Leaning in, trying to get a shot off is Simons. He kicks it over. McNulty, quick stick. Orleman, good diving save. Orleman has been solid between the pipes here for Paris for the entire 4 quarters. That pass from Jamie McMahon is picked off by Archie. No numbers there as Archie and Sear are working together. St. John will wait, late trailer. Didn't have it. It was stuck in his stick and still stuck. Haven't seen that happen since the Woodies were around. And up comes Drake Smith with just over a minute to go. Goodwin has a step under a minute now with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Loses on a good stick check. Good battle there. And good to see some fight still left in the Outlaws as they'll bring it down and over, and it's Stevenson. 40 seconds. Gilray. McNulty in traffic, has it taken from him. Medeiros will pick it up, 22 seconds to go. Good fair hit there from DeBrone. He gets tripped up as Jamie McMahon comes to the rescue and has something to say to Mark DeBrone. And not used to seeing a little extra to Jamie McMahon, but certainly took exception there and let DeBrone know it. He will spend the last 15 seconds of this game in the penalty box, and I can't imagine it will play a role in the outcome of this one as the Riverwolves seem to have this one wrapped up with 15 seconds to go. St. John now will move it, and they'll see if they just let the clock go as McMahon got 4 minutes on that, and it'll go around. They'll just work it with 5 seconds, maybe take the last shot, no look. And fitting that Orleman makes the final stop of this game. 23-7 is the final score as the Paris Riverwolves improve their record now to 5-1. The Outlaws fall to 2-3. That's going to put a wraps on Week 6 in the Arena Lacrosse League for JVI Productions, for the entire Arena Lacrosse League. I'm Lance Wynn. Have yourself a good week. We'll see you next week.